I never thought I'd ever make it to 200 games. When I first got drafted, I was just a laid-back kid from WA.
It's a real live wire up forward for them. Good-looking footy in. And a good mark taken as well. One game in the amateurs in 2012 and virtually no junior footy. He's been a landscaper, he's been a painter, and he can't believe it. In his first game, his first goal.
His life before footy wasn't really a traditional journey to playing. He is very proud of himself, as he should be, and so are all of we. We're very happy and honestly can't believe how great of a career he's had so far. It's been, I think this is his 13th year, so very, very proud of him.
It was mainly the beaches, the fishing. I grew up camping. It's sort of like a big country town in a way where everyone kind of knows each other, and it was just a great lifestyle for me. Experiencing all that with my family, and I was the youngest, and I've ended up being the tallest, which was pretty good. But I mainly had my two sisters that were closer. The other three were a little bit older, but I was a little rat bag, and just loved being outdoors and running around.
I would say something people don't know about him probably is that he didn't have a traditional journey in getting here. He had a little bit of a tricky upbringing with, unfortunately, some hard times with bullying in school, and you wouldn't think that someone as big and tall as him, and he's had so much success now, would be someone to be a target of such severe bullying.
I was subject to a lot of bullying, physically and verbally, and back then social media really wasn't a big thing, so my escape was obviously at home. And what I did a lot throughout my childhood, I would pretend to be sick. I had a lot of anxiety to go to school, so I would act like I was sick pretty much twice a week, just so I didn't have to go to school. Mum was always wondering what was wrong with me, but there was actually nothing wrong with me, but I was going through so much at the time.
His life before footy wasn't really a traditional journey to playing, so he used to play basketball, dropped out of school when he was 14, and I don't think he ever really envisioned this sort of path for himself.
I didn't play sport at all when I left school, so I played footy from around 10 to 14. I came back to football at like 19, so 18, 19. Played a couple of games and was lucky enough to get drafted, but yeah, it sort of took me away from sport, leaving school really early and having to work. Definitely made me grow up pretty fast. 14 years old, working in Tom Price and in Darwin on the TV Islands. It was an intense experience for a young kid. I probably enjoyed landscaping the most, where you're turning dirt into something that's obviously a little bit more appealing to look at. It was always good to go out to a job site and it's just all sand, and then we just put the grass in and all the plants. But I like to do some handyman stuff around the house. My in-laws always call me when they need something done, which is good. I like to get out of the footy world and do that. So yeah, I would love to go and do a few house renos because I enjoy it so much, and it's a good way to sort of switch off from football. It was a spur of the moment sort of thing. My coach, which was state league at that moment, it was SBL, and we actually had a changeover of coaches, and he called me and was asking if I was thinking about playing football, and I was like, I'm contemplating at the moment, and then he essentially just said, have a good career, and which sort of pushed me straight into football. I was sort of weighing it up a lot more, but as soon as I heard those words, I was just like, I'm not coming back to play basketball, which is, it's been a crazy turning point from then, playing 1 year at Swan Districts, and then having this is my 13th year of AFL, and almost playing 200 games now. And I never thought I'd ever make it to 200 games. When I first got drafted, I was just a laid-back kid from WA. I was 20 years old, but I've used a lot of that stuff that I learnt throughout the early years of my life to my football career, and just being able to work hard. And I was extremely grateful when I got drafted on the night, and it's been a great journey since.
He had not the easiest upbringing and kind of the easiest entry into football, so I think he kind of takes that and he's turned his life around and has really ran with trying to make the most out of his career and being the best person he can be on and off the field, and just being kind is something that I feel like he definitely is, and he tries to pass on to others. he is very proud of himself, as he should be, and so are all of we. We're very happy and honestly can't believe how great of a career he's had so far. It's been, I think this is his 13th year, so very, very proud of him.
Men's that's one of the grabs of the year from Lobb. Back with a flight. It was never his.
It's almost caught Green.
Oh,
The
the
miraculous. Oh, Lobb! What about that for a goal? The biggest man out there with a deft touch and the skills.
Swarming through. In fact, it's Langdon. Kept the footy in front of him. Now Lobb again. How much is he feeling it? Oh, don't tell me. He's kicked 3 in the opening term. Rory, what a start.
They're loving it, the big man. How agile is he, Rory Lobb? This man's 207 centimetres. You're not meant to be able to do that.
I feel like I didn't handle Sydney that well coming from Perth. I feel like I was a country kid. We did have a farm in York, not far out of the Perth CBD, but going from that to the Sydney traffic, the busy lifestyle, I wasn't really ready for it. And when I did that, I thought I needed to come back to this lifestyle.
Here's Walters. Handball's out wide. Lobb. Lobb needs to kick it. And Lobb does. Great goal. And the Dockers are back in this match.
So Lobb and Logue both there. Lobb. Great reach.
He's striking it well.
We had a sighter from this pocket. This is a tougher kick. He struck it pretty well. Awesome. Amazing.
When I came back, it wasn't what I remembered because I'd obviously had 5 years at the Giants, and I had a couple of years here and wasn't really enjoying it, but it was good to have my family close by, and then I felt like I grew as a person, and now going to Melbourne, I'm just obsessed with the Melbourne lifestyle. I love how busy it is. It's such a 180.
Rory is a lover boy. He's like super sensitive, super chill, but very much prioritizes family and I guess just like hanging out at home, just loves kind of the chill lifestyle, which is nice, but unfortunately I don't bring that for him.
Yeah, we're a bit of yin and yang in a way. You know, Lexi is very outgoing. I can be outgoing at times, but I'm definitely a lot more reserved until I get comfortable with people. But she's allowed me to grow and show people a little bit more of myself, especially through social media, where I've been able to interact with our fans and the hairstyles and do all that with them. And previously I like to sort of keep to myself, especially on social media, but she sort of brought that out of me and allowed me to show people that I'm not just a football player running around with some crazy hair.
He has changed so much over the years, but definitely for the best. I feel like he's super confident, very sure of himself. I feel like you can see that portrayed in his hair and everything that he does. He kind of like taps into this character side a little bit that he's got, that I feel like a lot of people don't know about him, which is his kind of more playful side. But I think he's just changed so much in his way at looking at life. He's honestly so happy and such a positive person to be around. So it's so nice to have that energy at home.
Joe Hannison. Lobb. Rory Lobb silences them with a beautiful set shot. Ball now. Well done, Lobb. Got an arm in.
Such a crucial defender since that switch mid to late last season. And out of defence, Reed set up, Lobb with a big spike, and able to gather too as he hoiks it back inside 50 and finds West. Well played by Rory Lobb.
Yeah, I've actually played every position on the field now. Early days at Giants, I was starting on the wing at times. I actually saw a game from 2016 against West Coast, and I started on the wing, which was pretty funny. I saw that on TV the other day, and it brought back some memories of getting thrown around a little bit. Was a number one ruck at Giants for a little while there. Then when I came to Freo, I was number one ruck for a little bit, and then obviously went back forward. But I feel like this position for me is definitely my best. It allows me to play to my strengths, that aerial game, and use my physicality in a way. And yeah, it's exciting. I want to play football for as long as I can because I've been in the real world, in the working class, and I just know that I want to do football as long as I can, as long as my body holds up.